Alright, say my name? Okay, my name is Jeremiah Gloria, and this is my life. As I was growing up, I grew up in the church actually, so most of my life, I grew up knowing about Jesus, God, Jonah and the whale, Bible stories, basic Bible stories. I grew up, I had this idea of what it means to be Christian. It was just kind of mostly just an idea, not necessarily a place in my life. I just kind of grew up knowing you're a Christian, and so anything you do won't be necessarily as bad as what anyone else would do, so you're pretty much set. You know, that was the idea I had, that I was just set in life. But I think most of my life was controlled by school. Not necessarily controlled, just kind of centered around school. But up until high school, actually, I just kind of I had this feeling like my life wasn't going anywhere. It was just kind of I was just kind of doing nothing really. I just kind of felt empty. Like something was missing, like someone was missing. So I thought to myself, I probably need a girlfriend. Yeah, well, that wasn't necessarily the case, but I still do need a girlfriend, so if you're out there, call me. What was missing in my life was actually Jesus Christ. But at that point, I didn't really know that. Because I had actually been baptized, I think in middle school, on Mother's Day actually, and you know, I was ready to give my life to Christ. But halfway through that, like going up into high school, I kind of just fell off the path, and I just kind of went and did my own thing. That was around senior year in high school. I actually, I started doing drugs. I started not doing as much schoolwork. I was in danger of not graduating because I was just doing so much, just bad stuff, really. And actually, at one point, I actually overdosed on a spice called nutmeg. Actually, I took like 8, I don't know, it was like 8 teaspoons or something. I was like throwing up everywhere. Took me to the hospital. I couldn't walk. I just felt really bad. And I actually had a few instances like that, but not as bad as this one. This is the stuff right here, nutmeg. It's horrible stuff. It just put my life in perspective. I'm like, what am I doing? You know, like, where is my life leading all the way up until this point? And I was like, this isn't taking me anywhere. And so a couple of months after that, I was a bit rehabilitated, because I was kind of depressed at that point too. Actually, I was pretty depressed. I don't know what it was. Well, I think up until that point, I went to this convention up in Hope International called Jesus Walk, and it was more or less a turning point for my life, because one of the speakers there was just blasting at full speech. He was like, "This is your life right now, and this is the life that Jesus wants to have for you." And it just kind of gripped my attention, because at that point, I always thought of Christianity as a religion, of some kind of thing that you have to own up to every single rule, every single detail that they tell you. And I just forgot about all that, and he told everyone that this is your life. This is your life with Jesus Christ. And this is a relationship, because he wants to have a relationship with you. It's like a father and a son kind of relationship, because we are his children. And it sounded really corny to me, I mean, obviously. But, most of the things that are true in life are corny, if you think about it. And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, because religion was just something you have to own up to, you know? like this you have to follow this and this, but this was more like a relationship. Like, this is someone you can go to talk to, you know? This is someone that you can go to and say, hey, I'm having some trouble in my life, and that's what he kind of did. When I did own up to what Jesus wanted me to do, when I did follow him, it doesn't matter what I did or had done. Everything up in my life that I had sinned against, it didn't matter anymore. Because Jesus taught me, you know, you are not a sinner anymore. You are not that kind of person. You have left everything that you once were, and you have followed me. I mean, obviously, we're human, and we can't own up to everything. But, you know, I'm getting better. Because I'm born again. I recommitted my life to Christ again. And I've been recommitted. I've been down the same path. And obviously, we have our turns, our dips, but, you know, we're still going there. We're still walking that line. And, yeah, that's my life.